Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we are here with the season predictions for the Charlotte Hornets. So I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys expect from the Charlotte Hornets this season? Let me hear those predictions. And hit that like and subscribe button. Go check out my work at USA Today's hoopshype.com. So, Charlotte Hornets, I'm very excited. I think they've brought basically their whole team now is former Atlanta Hawks execs and coaches from the Mike Budenholzer era. So I think they're heading in the right direction. Now, their win totals, like predictions by ESPN, is currently at 29 and a half games, which if you're a Hornets fan, you're probably just sitting there like, I just want us to go out there and win, have Charles lead us to the playoffs. But I hate to be the bearer of bad news. They don't own their draft pick this year. In terms of, it's protected, but it's protected to the fact that they have to tank. So, and this is a loaded draft class. I do believe this is the last year of the tank. I think they'll pull a Utah Jazz where they'll be competitive, and at the last second, they will go ahead and just, let the bottom out. And I think that's one thing people need to understand is it's better for them to go ahead and do that, as they aren't going to be winning a championship this year. So why lose the chance to draft a player who can help you in the lottery than just give it up for a meaningless season? Now, I want to confirm, because now I'm looking at this and I don't see, the Spurs get the Hornets pick, top 14 protected, so it has to be a lottery. So again, I believe the team is going to just be competitive and then let the bottom fall out, which I think is a respectable thing to do, because we're figuring out what the team is. And I think, again, you can be a team that is competitive all season long, and even be a team that is a lottery team and make the play-in. Like the Atlanta Hawks have the number 1 pick and they were the 10th seed. So that's just something to say. Now, they have, as I said, 29 and a half wins, which 29 and a half wins would have put them just in between the 11th and 12th seed. So it's them missing the playoffs. And as I said, I think that's what it is. And for them, I think they're trying to figure out who's the long-term pieces. I think we know for the first time in a while what the core is. I think they have actually a really good core. It's just about health. I think regardless of what you think, keeping Miles Bridges on that cheap of a contract was smart. Brandon Miller is freaking legit, and Charlotte's clowning everybody who thought they were going to take Scoot Henderson, myself included. And when you look at this team, if LaMelo Ball can play over 70 games this year, that's a win. But the fact that they have LaMelo Ball 6'7", Brandon Miller, who's like 6'8", 6'7" at least, probably 6'8". You have Miles Bridges, who's 6'7", and then you have either Grant Williams or Josh Green or Cody Martin, who are all 6'6", going to be playing as the other wing. And then you have Mark Williams, who's like a 7-footer, and then you have a solid backup in Nick Richards. And then, like I said, you have all those options to play the other forward spots to be kind of like the glue guys next to their 3 scorers in LaMelo, Bridges, and Miller, with the Williams, Green, and Martin all being able to play that role. So this is going to be a team that plays 3 wings, 1 guard, and a center. And I like it. And the fact that they're basically going to be running LaMelo Ball and that lineup is just going to be 6'6" and above, with 7 dudes who can come out and do, or like 8 dudes who can come out and do that. And then they got shooting and Seth Curry. I love Vasilija Micic. Basi, he's amazing. Basi, I interviewed him. Go check it out. Great interview. Such a nice guy. He wants to prove he's a good defender. He wants to prove his 3-point shot in the NBA. He's hungry, and I think he could be like a sneaky 6-man of the year candidate. Trey Mann was like a defensive dynamite for them last year. I hope to see that. Nick Smith, we hope he'll make an impact this year. I think Tajon Saloon could be like an Aaron Gordon, Rui Hachimura hybrid. And they have Taj Gibson for veteran leadership. Seemingly looks like Harry Giles is competing for a roster spot over there. And then KJ Simpson's their only two-way right now, who I think is going to be a fantastic guy in the league. Like, I think he can be a Monte, like, he's not similar play style, but like career arcs to Monte Morris, if not better. But they have two more two-ways that Marcus Garrett, Raekwon Battle, Keontae Johnson, Caleb McConnell are all competing for. My expectations is, and they also already have Musa Diabate on the second two-way, so for their final two-way, I think it's probably going to be Keontae Johnson and McConnell or Garrett. I think Keontae Johnson and Garrett are the two best players there. I hope it's Garrett because I'm a University of Kansas alumni, but I do like Keontae Johnson. He's a nice guy, but, KU over K-State. But I think those are the two best players. If Garrett can be a productive offensive player, he can be a all-NBA, all defensive level team defender and really be like a bargain player. I also think Keontae Johnson could have like a similar career to Torrey Craig. But yeah, I think just the fact that they have this giant lengthy roster with Charles Lee, that I think this is going to be a year that they're going to be like the Utah Jazz of the past 2 years, competitive and then let it out. But the fact that everybody on this team, besides, I guess, Trey Mann, they could re-sign this offseason maybe to a cheap deal or, re-sign him in the following offseason in free agency as a restricted free agent. But the fact that everybody on this team, except for Nick Richards and Cody Martin and Basi Misic, has their contract past the 26th season. And they're like LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, Josh Green, Grant Williams, Brandon Miller, Tajon Saloon, Nick Smith are all together through 2027, which is, I think, really good. And it's not the most expensive guy is LaMelo Ball there. And if he can get to the level that we know LaMelo can play at, it's awesome. But yeah, I think, they're going to be competitive and then just let the bottom fall out.